welcome back to Crusader Kings 3, the House Brune, the Claw of Brune roleplay campaign, and we're starting directly from the end of the last episode. And well, just before we actually properly get started, I just want to mention I've been reading the Fire and Blood book, which of course is the history of the whole universe of A Song of Ice and Fire, the whole Game of Thrones backstory. And as I was reading, there's actually a mention of House Brune directly, and they're called Half Wild. How disgraceful is that? The Andal Maester in King's Landing calling us, the Clawmen, Half Wild. Disgraceful. The Valyrians and Andals have been fighting over the Iron Throne for centuries, and currently, Baratheon and Andal Stormlander sits on the throne. Of course, the Baratheons were, well, the original, the first Baratheon, Oris Baratheon, who came across with Aegon the Conqueror, was, I think, a bastard of the Targaryens, or at least Valyrians, so they're very much mixed heritage, but they are not of the First Men, they are not of the Claw, and we shall bring glory back to the Age of Heroes, one that once claimed the First Men. Now, we are now at peace. Let's ransom off some people. You still cannot afford your full ransom, fine. What about you? You can. We will wait until my brother-in-law Alan Cave can afford his full ransom, and then we shall continue going. We just need to reinforce, resupply. Got a stewardship perk, fantastic. Now collect taxes, that's good, I like that. We can get to some of these. Domain limit is always nice. Garrison level, let's try and get the domain limit and architect, because that can get some really good perks. Here we are going to be wanting to build up our holdings as much as we can. Now, against our liege, there are two members as part of this faction, and Lord Paramount Quellon of the Iron Islands, actually very strong, and I'm invited to a tourney at Riverrun. I'll have a go, but I don't think I'm really very well. Now the Ironborn, they're not doing too badly in terms of numbers, but it is mostly levies, and they do not actually have their own, where is it, their Reaver Men-at-Arms is not actually being recruited just yet, so fair enough. But we shall see what they can do for glory. And are we going to be knocked out in the first one? No. Okay, so I cannot bear. There we go. I'll not be informed. I don't care. I'm very much not quite a martial character. I am. And oh my goodness, it behooves a lord to spend time at sea with the salty air in his face and a fine vessel beneath his feet. Today sees my personal craft and a small escorting squadron out for drills, practice, and pleasure. A short voyage has been exhilarating change of pace from life at court when we spotted a distant plume of water, followed by a small island of wine dark flesh rolling out of the waves. The greatest beast of all the deeps, a whale. Get the harpoons, let's go. Oh, let the others handle it, just bring me the carcass. We need the money, but we're lord, we can't just let it go free. Now this is probably going to cost us. Yeah, the beast escaped us. We tried. We can be proud of ourselves. We tried. Now, how are we doing? Well, our son is still not managing to have a children yet. That is a shame. Hopefully that will be rectified soon. I wouldn't mind having that. And we ransom Sir Alan of Lord Alan of Strongbox, and there we go. Should be some nice money. Are we got enough to get the high lordship? We need 250, and then we can create the high lordship of Cracklaw Point, which we love to do. Clawman, first heritage, common tongue. Now we're not doing too badly in terms of men at arms. I've been thinking, we probably need to max these out, and it would be, we're gonna have to get trebuchets or something at some point. But crossbowmen are quite good. They're good in hills, although the actual stats aren't amazing, but if we compare to pikemen, which are also good in kind of mountains, desert mountains and hills, they're a bit more, well, the crossbowmen are far better. They've got a lot more damage and similar toughness, so I think we're going to be doing that. And the 7-pointed star, my wife, Lady Melinda of Diadem, is of a fellow mind to my own. Together she and I had spent that many a night deep in theological conversations on the nature of faith, the Andal warlords of old, disgusting people, and the proper way of displaying our devotion to the Seven. Thus, when you met together for your morning prayer, her new countenance comes as a shock, but not a surprise. My husband, he bows, and I get a cleaner look at the 7-pointed staff carved into her forehead. Ooh, angry and red as flesh wounds are. Our conversations have led me to an epiphany, and I hope that you may follow suit. Do we want to go this now? What is our personality? We are, we are zealous. It probably makes sense to do it. So gain 7-pointed star, and we gain level devotion. I could gain one-eyed, wounded. Trade gate one-eyed. Oh my goodness, we do look actually pretty formidable at the moment. But we also, I notice, have the money to create the high lordship of Cracklaw Point. Here we go. We are now a mighty lord, and we are looking formidable. We look Aemond Targaryen. Ooh, the Kinslayer. But we look so good. Oh my goodness. Now a few knights. Okay, we have to invite some. But hopefully the King Robert will grant us some vassals. Here we go. Lord Alaric of Strongbox shall become our vassal. Huge. Hopefully we get all of this. Strongcliff, Hazelwood. And here is Hazelwood. And here is Strongcliff. Fantastic. Look at us now. We have got lots of things here. Now we can start giving away some of this land. Your development 2. Let's give away the ones that are the worst. I think that makes sense. Let's give it to... It makes sense to give them to my family, so we'll give my cousin here some territory. Roleplay Brune. Sure. And do I keep the needle water for myself? Would 3 be enough? I've got 4, 8, and 4. So let's give away this 2. So I think 3 should be fine. My nephew a knight. Ooh, are you actually in line to a... You're not actually in line to anything. So sure, we'll give you this title. We'll give you the title of Needlewater. Keep it very much within the family. Hopefully they don't rebel against me. Now I like him. I'm one-eyed. But there we go. 2,000 men under our command. Let's now shift to get away from increased control, because we've got increased control everywhere that we need to, and let's do this. Now I can convert faith in Strongbox. Let's do that. I think that makes sense. We are zealous, and we have got, well, we are very zealous. We are one-eyed, yes, but we're zealous in the faith of the 7. New acquisitions. During the daily management of my realm, I've learned several different opportunities. Ooh, a lost home. We are... Honestly, I think the money would do the best there. We're not very... Hold a grand tourney. No, thank you. I'm not holding a tourney. No, thank you now. Looks like we've got... These are kind of going to be the 3 lands that I have. So let's kind of keep going with the money. Although trade port, 100% get that in there. And you know what probably should get you to getting some money there in point side. And getting some control even though on 2,600 men. Our next target is going to be Rook's Rest, the High Lordship here, because I think now we're a duchy, we should have the form a new kingdom. Here we go, and we will need to do that. We will need 3 duchies. Now we've got Cracklaw Point under our banner, so that's fantastic. Now I think in terms of duchies, Rook's Rest and Duskendale could be what we use to create that new kingdom. Oh well, I say new kingdom, the Kingdom of the Claw. Because I think that's a roleplay thing to do. Now I could try and go after the Lord of Claw and all this, what, Dragonstone I think it is? Yeah, the High Lordship of Dragonstone. But that's been Valyrian. That has been settled by the Valyrians even before the days of Aegon the Conqueror, ever since the fall of old Valyria. So I don't think as descendants of the First Men we should hold claim to those islands. I think we should instead try to rebound against the Age of Heroes and attack the Andal settlers. Of course, Andal heritage there, Riverlanders, Andal heritage. I think we take Rook's Rest and Duskendale, maybe even to get Stokeworth as well, but make the Kingdom of the Claw once again. And let's go cheer our knights. Sure thing. Now I feel like we're not really going to be doing too much martial in the foreseeable future, because we don't really have the strength. We just need to be, we're at a point where I think we just need to gain economy, gain our holdings just to be as good as they possibly can be. And while we're doing that, let's have a quick look around the kingdoms. Now the Vale, oh, Lady Alyssa is ill, and House Voice could potentially, I'm not holding a grand tourney, come on. Corrupt tax collector, notice various inconsistencies and the omissions in tax records for points like, ooh, what is, okay, investigate the matter, but that won't be, and let's gain the dread. I think that's always good. We're zealous, but come come on. We can't be letting them do that now. They haven't had any children. Who would... Okay, so it would go to John Aaron. Now this, of course, isn't the John Aaron who was the ward of Eddard and Robert, but what to another randomer. And Tywin is still alive. Heir will be Tyrion, who is married to a random Westerman. Fair enough. All seems well in the Iron Throne in the Seven Kingdoms, at least for now. Small harbour constructed, that's what we like to see. Defensive measures, garrison size, the foot level is always nice. Especially, good lord, yeah, whatever. Sure. Rook's Rest, how are you doing? If we... Ooh, they're allied to... Okay, sure. Cool. I'm not liking our men's size, it's not very good, but I think we need to keep investing, there's a point in the game where we just need to keep going. Bronze Home, we can make hunting grounds, no, not really worth it. Military camps with a skirmisher and archer damage, yes. It probably isn't the most effective use of our... But if we can get one of these buildings in every single holding we have, then that's 2% from each of them, that's 6%. And what is this? At first I thought it was, how come my son Oswick and his aunt Lady... Oh my goodness, Moira be lovely. The letter my spies intercepted. Oh, come on. We're zealous. And, oh... I've got to do it. That's the role play that I've got to do. As much as I would like to protect my son, he is not. I can designate a guardian for Malura. Okay, you are a thinker. You're good at diplomat. Okay, we can get some diplomacy education. How about my courtier, my daughter-in-law? Yeah, not converting culture, thank you very much. And alliance with Lord Barre, sure. Sure thing. Oh, he looks formidable. I look formidable as well. Alliance with Lord Barry the Impaler. Oh my goodness. And there's now a tournament at the Reach with Mace Tyrell. The list shall tremble. But I'll go and make an appearance, even though I know I will not do very well. High Garden, I'll watch them. No, I cannot bear. I will not be informed. No, thank you. Commission artifact. I need a court smith. Do I? I don't have court positions. I think it's time that we would... You know what, let's put Nymeria Sand to use and potentially get some artifacts going. Maybe get Cracklaw Point its own kind of weapon now. The Tourney of Highgarden, who won it? Lord Lucerys Valerion, who is our ally and our brother-in-law? Hannah and... Yeah, I think so. Potentially our... Well, maybe a little bit further related than that, but not too far off. Now let's... See, I was supposed to petition Legion. No, I'm okay. The King Robert has done actually a fair amount for us. And the Stormlands, how are we doing? Renly, how are you doing? You've got lots of children. Roger Baratheon, sure. Disloyal Vassal, okay. The Hostile Lord. He really is a troublemaker, my nephew, vassal, and knight, and he must pay his due. Oh, I'll keep him on a short lease from now on. Yeah. Feudal taxes, give me all the money, sway an opportunity. No, I think we've done a lot of swaying of him. Let's potentially look to sway. Shall we just go to the king, or does he already have good opinion? He's already have good opinion on me. What about his heir? Maybe look to start swaying him, but he's a child. Okay, we'll just keep swaying that at the moment. Hold a grand tourney, no thank you. And finally, my son and heir has had a child, and it is a daughter, Arwen, who is quick, fantastic. You will be a good heir, I am sure. Now let's... Oh, a red gem in my eye, just like a Montargame, but no, let's go with commissioning an artifact and a weapon. Yes, let's make a weapon. Let's hire an artisan. And here we go. Goodisel puffs her chest out before bowing deeply. It's both an honor and privilege to forge you a weapon. She speaks in a dignified way. There's a glimmer of excitement in her eyes. Tell me, what is your preferred way of fighting with a weapon? A dagger or a sword? Honestly, a dagger or sword, those are Andal weapons. I think a spear, I think that is very kind of first men. We talk, I think in the north they have weirwood spears, so I think we're going to replicate that here in the claw with a spear. So let's make a fantastic spear that all the ruler of Cracklaw Point should. And my wife, Lady Melander, is pregnant. Fellow connoisseur. My vassal, Master Bolin, accosting well met liege. I've heard of your tale of your patron's Grizzle, the weaponsmith. They say she's forging a spear worthy of a lord. Please take this and give it to her. I wouldn't want to miss a chance to aid in the creation of a masterpiece. There you go, slightly higher quality. Yes, absolutely. Let's get it as good as we possibly can get it. We've got a bit of money to invest into it, so let's do that. Let's do that now. I don't really want to hold a grand tourney. Here we go, a motto for the ages. Okay. Here my beneficiary muttering to herself from across. I need something great, something epic to make my creation. To stand out from the uninspired masses, but what? Just what? When the spirit's eyes meet mine, she breaks out into a huge smile of wit. My lord, what an amazing idea, just perfect. What do you think of adding your family's motto? Our motto, of course, being as bold as the bear. Oh, that is perfect. That sounds lovely indeed. A scheme at court must stop the villain behind this. Who wants to try and... Somebody is trying to kill my septon. Very unholy. My daughter, I've got another Catelyn Brune, sure. Now, who else shall we look to sway? Let's maybe sway some other Crownlander lords. Duskendale we kind of want on our side. In terms of Rook's Rest, they are allied to this dude, so you know, let's sway him just in case we do end up at war. Then we can potentially look to do something about that, as they'll prefer me over them. Now, shall we keep upgrading? Although in terms of, I could do, maybe look at duchy buildings, but need a lot more gold. But we'll get there at some point. But let's just keep increasing our economy for now and our men at arms. So there we go, fantastic. Taking my subtle hints as active in Covenant, Lord Richard has funded nothing less than a large-scale irrigation project in my lordship of Pointside. Fantastic. It might be an overstepping of boundaries in a lot of ways, but with the techniques employed in the lordship of Rook's Rest, the lordship of Pointside could become richer than it ever has before. Fantastic. To be honest, Rook's Rest is now been quite a... Well, he's my friend, neighbouring fellow vassal. Oh, okay. Why is this? We are impatient, zealous, and stubborn. Why is his friendship wanting to get rid of? Why am I not wanting his friendship? You know what? Sure, we're good. We get on well with him. We get on well with him. So I think that makes sense. Inspiration, realize the Brune spear. Here we go. Wrought iron head is mounted on an elegant fur shaft that's been varnished to give it a rich, dark shine. Only +1. Okay, that is stinky. That is so stinky. But, alas, it is my spear. Oh my goodness, it is awful. But that's the spear of House Brune. Lovely. In terms of knights, we've got some knights. Haven't got many good knights. We've got some knights. My player Heir and Son is among them. Potentially I should give him. And the Warrior's Sons. Ooh, they are still, of course, about. New Septon endorses me. Fantastic. That is very crucial. Stewardship perk. Let's keep going down. Levy reinforcement rage. Huge, absolutely huge. Now we are gaining in men fairly quickly, which we love to see. I am very much building up my own lands. He is actually to be reduced. Now Lord Richard, he is my neighbouring fellow vassal. We could potentially try and ooh, wait, castle holding. That seems to be a lot. 2,000 a year. We're not doing that. We're not building that up. What about hunting grounds? It would give us money, but then apiaries are best for money, I suppose. So let's. But then this gives us some levies as well. Oh sure, it gives us levies, and we just need all the men we can muster. When it comes to anything, when it comes to potentially attacking Lordship of Risegrave, where is that? That is within Rook's Rest. Ooh. Well then. Houndpens, fantastic. Solace in script. The latest work of my acquaintance Lord Allen has become all the rage at court of late. The piece deals with feelings of sorrow and loss, and he's dedicated it to me. Wow. Well, I feel honoured. This Crownlander has dedicated me a piece. Hayford, my brother-in-law. Ah, that must be why. Okay. Let's have a just quick look at any things we can do. Nothing as of yet. We want 3,000 men. And my maester has gone, so we need to call for a maester. Lord Hugh, without a doubt, yes. He's a great person indeed. Let's send for a maester. Good, of course, we shall have whoever Old Town sends to us. Lord Hugh has been swayed. Fantastic. Now, you know what? I think let's get some more of the Marsh Walkers to keep increasing our martial potential while we can. We've got good economy, and I think we're going to use the rest of this character, the steward educated character, potentially our son and heir too. Oh my goodness, he is ill. He is incestuous and ill, and well, we shall see how it goes. Hold the ground autonomy. No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to get rid of that notification. Where is that? Yeah, no thank you. I could replace my Art of the Gem, but no, we're not. You know what, we could actually, as maybe when we approach our later years, it may be worth, popular opinion, maybe worth taking a vow of poverty, but we are not quite there yet. Not quite anyway. Now, Dire Den. High tens. Oh no, let's maybe wait to get some wild harvesters. Hannah comes of age, a flamboyant trickster, my daughter. Ooh, and you are, of course, married to Hagon Valerion, son and heir of Valerion, House of Valerion and Driftmark. Very important place in the lore, and betrothed can marry. No longer valid to send. What? Does that mean they're already married? Wait, the faith does not allow polygamy. Are they already married? Yeah, they're already married. Sure. Okay, well that was quite worrying just then. Let's keep getting up our income now to 0.4. Fantastic. Task finish increase. Lovely. And who is this? Independent farmlands, maybe, but let's just get the gold, shall we? Let's just get the gold, and we'll increase the thing there. There we go. That's a nice trade-off, sure. And you're 100 opinion of me. Lovely. Declare war on Lord Richard. We shall in good time. We're not quite as strong as him just yet. I could invest in men at arms, but let's just, I think, relax for a bit and just keep investing in our lands for now. Really catch up the Cracklaw point with the rest of the thing. Now, do we petition Legion? No, I don't think so. Not yet, anyway. Probably got more than enough on his plate. Now, I feel like... Ooh, Lord Paramount Tywin has created a Liberty faction against Robert Baratheon. Looks like the ties holding together the Iron Throne after the rebellion of the War of the Usurper are coming undone, and here we go. It's only the Lannisters for now. It's only the Lannisters. Now, I'm not too bothered. Failed Haggle, great. Insulting display. Oh, I can create a Disillusion faction. Oh my goodness. I think that may have to be. And a Lavender Jade pendant. Fantastic. But I think a Disillusion faction. Dissolve the Iron Throne could potentially be the aim of this playthrough. Once we create our kingdom, we can maybe ally ourselves with somebody. But it looks like the Lannisters are certainly potential allies in the future, but we shall see. Now, I've got 5 men-at-arms slots. What do we really want to do? Could we potentially invite some knights as well? Recruit a forest specialist. Who are going to be our best commanders? Lord Lucifer, only 11. 9. Yeah, I haven't got a very good martial character. We may have to invite some people to call, but that's fine. Child returned. We've actually got use rate 100%, so that's fine. We don't need to do that. Who actually is powerful? Who is on the council of Robert Baratheon? The Queen is Queen Lioness. The Hand of the King is... Oh, the Lord of Crab Isle, who we're actually allied to. Fantastic. We've got Lord Denley, Lord Lucerys. Balaam is the Master of Arms. That must be how they are keeping him happy and appeased. Wow. Maybe the Master will. Let's get the Lord Paramount Willis Tyrell to be on side, so he may not know of our plotting. As of yet, anyway. Now, Rook's Rest, you are fairly strong. Still stronger than us. But with our... with our allies, I think we could probably overcome them. Yeah, look at all the allies we've got. Surely. Now Lavender, was this piety and monthly piety from buildings? Oh my goodness, yes. Of course we're going to take the piety. We are a very pious fellow, so that makes absolute sense. Let's keep upgrading our men-at-arms, I think, and then we shall look to potentially get a county or two. Now, I know Rook's Rest has 4 counties, and we have a claim on one of them, but I think it makes sense that we managed to get a claim on them, so let's go for it. Now, where can we build? We can build everywhere, but let's build in Point Side a little bit more. Where should we get? Hunter's Lodges, sure. Keep upgrading, keep getting the levies, and just more men, more men. Well, now I think we'll get a bit of a war chest now. Create Liberty faction by Lord Lothar of Riverline. Looks like a lot of Reachman culture. Sure. Haha, sure. What is actually happening at the court in King's Landing? Okay, looks like the Lannisters have been appeased. But it's definitely a constant effort for a Liberty faction. Divided attention, domain limit +1. Sure, and okay, my councillor died in his sleep. Very sad indeed. But let's get a new marshal. We haven't got many good marshals. My cousin and steward, no, my knight. Let's get this random dude, Freda. Sure, travelling maester. Digs come to my keep seeking a place, and any maester, of course, is welcome in my halls. I'm very pious, so it makes sense. Hans Celtigar has died. That is a shame. How did he die? Died of old age at 65. He is now with the stranger. Now travelling maester, he's come before me somewhat perfunctorily thankful for my hospitality, complimenting me on my insights into scholarly matters, though his tone would suggest he thought little of my intellect. Ah, that's not good. I don't suppose we can negotiate an alliance with the new lord. We can, fantastic. Mayhaps we can even find a... You are pretty old, but could we potentially get my daughter to the lord? No? Okay, fantastic. Task finished, increase county control. Okay, well, let's get some training in the men-at-arms. Malora comes of age, my other daughter, House Brune. Well, as we may be going to war with Rook's Rest, let's have a look at what alliances we can get. Ooh, we can get some Stormlander, Blackhaven, Westerman in Cracklaw. I'm looking a little bit closer to home. Fair Market could be good. Honeywine, a High Valerian, Driftmark. We've already got an alliance with them, I thought. We should do that anyway. Anyone else? Reachman, Westerman, Riverlander. No, there really isn't anyone, is there? Valeman, Salt Dornish, Westerman. Okay. Well, maybe we may just Crownlander. Ooh, you're the heir to some place. We could do that. Sure. He has been swayed, and I think it's time we had to go for Rook's Rest. We have definitely got the Valarians under our... Yes, they are. Okay, well, here we go. Let's raise our banners and expand our duchy once more. Declare war for the county with a lordship of Rise Grave. Let's declare the war. Boom, boom, boom. And we're going to call in our vassal. We're going to call in Driftmark, of course. We're going to call in Claw Isle and Longrass. Sure, we're going to call everyone, and we're not going to do it over in the Viper because he is quite far away, and you are a very learned person. Potentially you could become one with of the faith. 4-star education there. Go for it, Catelyn. Let's get more men into the army. There we go. Let's raise the boys at Strongbox, and we'll see what. There we go. 3.5k, and I've got some stinky commanders. So what I'm going to do. 18. Is that good enough? You are a forest fighter. So ooh, hills. We're going to be fighting in the hills. There's any forest here. It's all hills. Even though it looks quite foresty, it's all hills. We've got a forest here. But I think the hills and the defensive buildings will probably give us an advantage there. Lucerys has joined the war. Fantastic. There we go. 3,500. If they want to potentially go siege down somewhere, let's let them. Reynard has joined. Fantastic. Okay. They are sieging down there. If I was to go... We would be. They've got more men at arms counter. Ooh, okay. Well, maybe we should wait then for some of our allies before we start engaging them. Yeah, they're running away. Of course they are. Okay, we haven't got a supply here apparently. Fine. They're going to see the Wandering Hedge Knight, Galbert. Sure, we'll see what kind of things he does. Okay, he's with a few men in the off time. A lot been playing dice. Something that Galbert was extremely skilled at. I feel the men at armor, however, listed roles may be just a bit too good. Ooh. Well, being deceitful could potentially be a good thing. Now let's go to where province of where is the castle holding? Castle Argent is the holding capital. Now why are you? Yeah, you better not be going to Wandering Hedge Knight. There we go. Spying with a few of my household guards. And here come the Valarions, and so Cracklaw with me. Yeah, this should be a nice, easy war. Wandering Hedge Knight, there we go. Quite the tactician. Become a good trained fighter, and sure he should draw my court. Sure. Not very good fighter, as in he's not very good prowess, but fine. And who's this dude? Wandering. A wanderer stopped at Diadem, paying for his tales for his exploits of last our childhood, right up to the city walls, free climbed inside and hacked my way into the royal palace, melted the king's crown down to pay for a new pair of boots. Okay, that sounds far-fetched, but you know. Goodness knows, what is that? General? No, let's go surely. We need to invite people. And have we actually got any? Is the new person a better commander? No, he's not. I'm a better commander apparently, which is quite surprising. But traveling bard. It's got to be a pious ballad, hasn't it? We are a very pious person, so while our allies are fighting that, we'll continue with the war target, I think. 9 months left, that should be fine. 59% war score, and we'll get there eventually. 7 months, put on 5, but this should hopefully be the war. Hopefully. And here they come, but we are fighting them. 100% we captured his son and heir. Enforced demands, GG. We've got another lordship under our domain. Our domain increases once again as we're expanding westwards, expanding the realm of the First Men once again, and as the lords of Westeros are becoming increasingly unhappy with the rule of Robert Baratheon. We shall see how it ends, and potentially he's still in good health right now, other than he's got cancer. Oh my goodness. Well, I think the matter of succession is going to come into question, and will Roger, especially if he's still in his minority years, oh no, he's turned 60 now, he's out of age, will he be as good a king as his father? Well, that still seems to be seen. Now I'm going to end this episode here. I hope you've enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. I'm really enjoying the series. I'm going to keep it going, don't you worry. I have plenty plans for this. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.